henchmen, me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Glory Hounds. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Alrighty. He snaps his fingers and the 4 remaining butterflies change formation, and they look like they mean business. Ooh. The boss and I stand back to back as they circle us slowly, swords pointed right at us. End them, my minions! They start closing in on us. I feel like I have seconds left to live. Ooh. So, any bright ideas? They've got us surrounded. Ha! We have them right where we want them. Huh? I know I'm new at this, but I don't see how... Follow my lead. I can't even finish my thought as Raoul takes my hands and starts spinning us in place, faster and faster. The henchmen move in, ready to strike. What are we doing? On the count of 3, jump! Wait, what? 1, 2, 3. Before I can process what's happening, my feet leave the ground and I think I know what Raoul is thinking. My heart is beating like crazy. Everything feels like it's moving in slow motion. Okay, focus, Alex. I zero in on the butterflies moving towards us. As I'm being swung with terrifying speed, I take aim and ready for a kick. Dawn Tornado! Somehow I managed to avoid throwing up and avoid getting skewered by our enemy's blades. Oh. I managed to hit 3 of them back to back, with knocking them flat on their asses. The 4th one barely manages to duck in time. Raoul slowly downs his spin, and my feet touch solid ground once more. I'm still in a daze, but the Rottweiler doesn't miss a beat, uses the leftover momentum to wind up for a finishing blow. And lights out! He says it right as he lands a massive clothesline, sending the final henchman flying into a nearby wall. Or at least I think that's what happens. My world's still topsy-turvy. All I hear is a deafening crash and the sound of metal landing on gravel. Oh, this is way better than a fashion show. Now all that's left is the final boss. I slowly come back to my senses. Right. Where is he, anyway? We look around frantically, but he's nowhere to be seen. We've dealt with your lackeys, Camo. Show your... Raoul's eyes suddenly go wide, then close. His body goes limp, collapsing to the floor. Dawnhound! I feel a rush of cold air right next to my head and instinctively dodge out of the way. Whatever it is, it hits the ground like the crack of a whip. Oh, it's his tongue. Gravel flies through the air as Camo reveals himself. His eyes are wild, focused only on me. Do you know what's so peculiar about the tongue of a chameleon hound? He leans back and his tongue retracts. I hear him chuckling as he flickers in and out of my view. We can extend them from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 1/100th of a second. Can you imagine what speed and force like that would do to you? 1 second now. Water time. Alright. I don't want to find out. I certainly can. So that's it? Do you really want to steal things so bad that you're willing to kill me for it? You don't know what it's like to be ignored, forgotten, different. They've taken everything from me. Why should I not be allowed to do the same? I do know what it's like. He takes a swing at me, one I block with my forearm. From the corner of my eye, I look at Raoul. He isn't moving. All my life I've been different. Up until a week ago, I didn't even know what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be. But there were people who helped me out and showed me I could change, be better. You're just an ignorant child. He goes invisible again. Raven 3, what's his status? I cannot get read on target. I hear the crunch of gravel and a dive out of the way as another visible force impacts inches away from me, grazing my arm. It stings. I take a random swing, but I only catch air. He reappears a few meters in front of me. He starts shimmering again, but instead of disappearing, he simply changes color. Oh. You think you're so special. Look at me, I'm a dumb pooch who can't even dress right, much less fight. What the? And I'm going to slobber my way to victory. Stop that! Stop that! Ah, this guy's pissing me off. Enough. I get ready to take out my grappling gun and aim. I don't even have time for that as he disappears again. As if I'd let you. Some gravel flies at him. I try to predict if he's going to hit me from up close or from a distance. There's so much going on I can barely focus. He hits me again and I stagger forward. However, there is something. I catch a faint scent that stands out. Something vaguely floral. Hibiscus. Like the card. The briefest of moments later, the smell intensifies. It's coming from my left. I put my arms up to guard and manage to protect my head. How? How did you do that? The chameleon silhouette becomes solid. He glares at me with contempt. He vanishes before I can answer. I remember Milo's training, about everyone having strengths and weaknesses. Maybe my nose is the key to beating Camo. I can tell he's moving slowly. Next attack will be a big one. The smell of hibiscus changes suddenly. There! I catch his fist with my elbow. I stretch out my arm and strike his face with the back of my hand. Ah! That can't be! How could you have seen that attack? I take a slow breath. I didn't. I get into a defensive stance for his next assault. I don't know how much longer I can last. I want to take him out as fast as I can. He's quick and he moves almost silently, but he can't mask his scent. I've got him beat in strength. If I can land a few solid hits, I'll give him the ropes. Put him on the ropes. I see how it is. Fine. So be it. Once again, he's gone. I try to sniff him out, but the scent of hibiscus grows weaker and weaker. I take another swing, but there's nothing there. Shit, he figured it out. Probably keeping his distance now. Well, two can play at that game. Maybe I can use my grappling gun somehow. I dodge backwards, his next strike missing my leg by the tiniest margin and hitting the gravel at my feet. The attacks just keep coming. I can't grab the grappling gun as if I'm stuck having to avoid him. At the point, I try to step back once more, only to find nothing there. Without realizing it, I've skirted the edge of the roof. He's got me right where he wants me. Raven 3, help! My eyes, praying to all the deities I know the names of that somehow Raoul will wake up. Water time. That somehow Milo will burst through that door. Duskhound! End of the line, dog. Oh, shit! The chameleon flickers back in my field of vision right as his tongue hits my chest like a bullet. And I fall right over the edge. A freezing wind rushes past me. It's deafening howl, all that I hear as I attempt to stop myself any way I can. My stomach's in my throat. My heart's pounding. I shoot the grappling gun at the roof, but it doesn't reach. Its cord falls, as do I. I'm not getting out of this. After all the dumb fucking luck it's taken to get this far, this is it. Fuck! For a moment, time stands still. In that moment, suspended in midair, I think of Lou. As the rooftop grows more distant, I think of Willem. I think of Dad. I think of Mom. Raoul. Milo. My vision gets blurry. I don't want to die. Please don't let me die. Don't let me die. Dad. Mom. Oh, shit. So, you've come back to me. The air returns to my lungs all at once, knocking the wind right out of me again. I roll to my side and retch. Nothing comes out. You're quite out of sorts, aren't you? Hmm? I sit up and open my eyes. Might as well have kept them closed. I can't see a damn thing. Aren't you going to speak? You were so talkative when I last saw you. You're... The voice from before. Then that means... I sniff the air. Sure enough, there's that stench. The sound of footsteps, dripping water. Truth be told, I wasn't expecting you so soon. The voice shifts in pitch and cadence, like a radio trying to find the right channel. And by falling from a skyscraper, no less. Rather awful way to go, really. My apologies. What the hell happened? I was up there, and now I'm... You're dead, I'm afraid. Dead? Very much so. You took quite the tumble there. The accompanying chuckle sounds like nails on a chalkboard. You're joking. I can't be dead. I can't be. I clutch my head. My hands are cold, stiff. Do not be afraid. Death comes for us all eventually. One of the few certainties we have in life. Though for you, it came tragically early. Raoul's still up there. If I'm dead, then what's going to happen to him? What's going to happen to my friends, to my family? That I cannot tell you. I cannot see the future as clear as crystal, nor do I decide it. Linger here and you will meet them soon enough. This is where everyone goes when they die? Like some sort of heaven? I'm afraid this is not anything, Alex de Rouge. It is neither heaven nor hell. This place merely is. Some kind of limbo. Of sorts, yes. A crypt far below the surface, at the heart of this world. Far older than the city you call home. Far older even than the creatures that live on your world. And it will remain here just the same until the last tree has shed its last leaf. At least, that is how it was supposed to be. Things are shifting in your world, becoming less stable. You know what? I'm gonna do my fucking G-Man voice for this because I feel it's appropriate. Even I find my existence threatened. What even are you? I am everything you know. Your kind built their city upon my carcass, and my blood runs through its every vein. I grant it life. In turn, the creatures living in it sustain me. You eat people? You would think me so cruel. I mean, you are a scary voice in an empty void, and if what you're saying is true, I can't even get the word died past my lips. Their hope is what sustains me. Their belief, their desire for a better future. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. So that's what you were talking about last time. Ah, you remember. This city needs hope if it is to survive. I need it. We both shall surely perish without. It might not seem like it, but it is dwindling as we speak. I can only do so much to aid its recovery. So I would ask for your help to change fate, to save your world. But I know what you are about to say. That you're dead. That you cannot change anything. Part of you still thinks this is a hallucination, some vague, dying dream taking over your failing mind as you bleed out on the pavement. But I assure you, it is not. Were it left up to fate, you would indeed remain a broken heap at the bottom of that skyscraper. Soul forever shut in this decaying tomb. That wouldn't do. You are still of use to me. I need an agent of sorts. A blunt instrument, if you will. Do you wish to live, Alex de Rouge? More than anything, then you shall, as many times as it takes. Do take care not to fall this time around. I lurch forward, surrounded by a circle of blinding lights that speed past me as though I'm in a long tunnel. Something pulls me along, faster and faster, and soon the lights become a blur. Then it stops, just as quickly as it began, leaving me in total darkness. Duskhound! That voice. I opened my eyes, despite having no memory of closing them. I'm back on the roof somehow. What the hell? End of the line, dog. Gemo appears right in front of me, just as he did before I fell, except this time his voice feels much more sinister. I have no time to think as that tongue lashes at me again, hitting me just as it did before sending me flying over the edge. Except this time, acting on pure instinct, I take hold of it. What are you doing, my tongue? Thank God it's sticky enough for me not to lose my grip when he retracts it again. What did he say? 0 to 60 miles an hour at a hundredth of a second? Let's see what that force does to the body. As it speeds up, I brace myself and extend my foot. Oh! With incredible force, it collides with his face so hard it knocks him to the ground. Ah! Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Wow, so we discovered a lot in this episode of Glory Hounds. It took a big-ass supernatural route that I was not expecting. Um, God. So, okay, so there's some kind of god sleeping beneath the earth that feeds on people's hope. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. At least it's not, like, evil or sinister. Yeah, I fucking wasn't expecting that. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Tresm Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.